In this class, we will continue with our for of loop. We have left with for in loop, so we will continue in this our for of loop. Okay. So now we'll use our for of loop. Okay. So it is similar to for in loop. Actually, in for of loop here, what will here for in loop, what we are doing is here we are looping through an object. Okay. But in for of loop, we'll loop through arrays, strings, and many more. Okay. So here we'll take our for of loop. Okay. So here we'll take an array. Suppose variable cars equals to name the various cars names. Okay. Ferrari, next Indigo. Okay, so these three names I am taking here. Okay, so we'll loop through all these cars. So we will use our for of loop. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll take a variable. We need a variable that will loop through all of the cars through individual car. Okay, so we will name it as we'll use as x. Okay, so here we'll declare it as x. Okay, so x of, so the we'll have to loop through this array over here, so we'll use our cars over here. Okay, now we'll use our same syntax like this over here. We'll copy, we will paste, or we'll write suppose text plus equals to. Okay, so what we are doing here is we are looping through every class. Okay, so we'll just use our just console log this x over here. Now we will console log the x over here. Okay, so what it is doing is it in when we are using x of cars, we are looping through every car. Okay, so we'll just console log. Okay, console log x. Okay, we'll see what does it hold. Okay, what x holds. Okay, we'll save it and we'll refresh it. We'll open our console. Okay, so here you can see our three names are coming. That is the required array. Okay, these three names are coming. Okay, so you don't have to use this line over here. You don't have to loop and save all the car names. Okay, you just have to use this x. Okay, you just have to, all the cars are stored, all the individual cars are stored inside this x variable. Okay, so you can also use suppose I will use variable str equals to any name. Okay, suppose I will use Harsh. Okay, so I'm using a name here, a string here. Okay, so here I'll change this to str. Now we'll check what is the result over here. Okay, so we are console logging the x. Now you can see every character is now a different string over here. Okay, so what it does, what it is doing is it is taking out every character from this particular string. Okay, so I mentioned you earlier that it takes off the each values inside an array or a string. Okay, so here inside this is a particular value, this is a particular value, and this is a particular value. So it extracts the individual string inside the array, and here it extracts the individual character over the text. Okay, so you can use, it is not commonly used. Most commonly used are these two, for and for in loop. So most commonly used is are those two. Okay, so it is just for understanding purpose. So you can use of like this, for of. Okay, next we'll go to our while loop. How can we use our while loop? So why while loop is used? So what while loop does is it loops through a block of code as long as the specified condition means the condition you have specified is true. Okay. If it returns false, the while loop will stop. Okay. And the code inside that will stop executing. Okay. So for testing, we can do one example here. So we can use our while loop here. So we'll give one condition here. Okay. So we'll take our num number. Okay. Num should be less than 6. Okay. So here we have to store this. We have to initialize this num as variable over here. Okay. So what we are doing here is we are taking a while loop here. We have to use curly braces over here. And now what we are doing here is we want to add we want to suppose add some numbers. Okay, we want to like loop through all the numbers which is less than 6. Okay, so for that we have to take an empty string over here. Suppose we want to like loop and output the numbers inside this empty string. Okay, so like here you can see like here where what we are doing is here is we are just adding and looping through all the property names here in the for loop. We are just here you can understand better. Okay, so what we are doing here is we are just taking the individual name and adding it to the text variable and outputting it in the final text variable over here. Okay, so like this will do. Okay, so we'll use the same format over here, text plus equals to, and now we will use our condition. Okay, so what we'll do here is we want to output the num. Okay, that is the numbers. So we have to here we have given the num, but we haven't mentioned the starting position where this number will start. So we will initialize it with 0. Okay, so it will start with 0 and now we will increment it. Okay, num plus plus. So after every this line of code the number will execute, number will increment itself. Okay, so after incrementing, when it reaches to a certain condition where this number will be greater than 6, then this loop will stop and it will go outside the while loop. Okay, so whenever this condition is not satisfied, it will stop the execution. Okay, so let's comment these all first. Now, so what we are doing here is we are just initializing the number with the 0 and we are mentioning a condition if the number while the number is less than 6 means if the condition is satisfied, loop through all the numbers and increment after every loop. Okay, now we will use to output use document.getElementID to output it in our paragraph. Okay, para.innerHTML and you will use the number over here. Okay, so let's see what is the result. So you can see it is coming as 6. So here we are getting 6 because here it is incrementing till 6. Okay, so the maximum value is 6. Okay, so here we can see it is reached till 6 and the execution stops. Okay, so for looping we have to output this value text here. Now we'll see, we'll save it and let's see. So 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so the execution starts from 0 and it is incremented till 5 because here we have given the condition if the number provided is less than 6, the condition should stop. Okay, so the loop starts from 0 and it ends in 5. Okay, so after every step, this num plus plus is this number is incremented after every loop. Okay, so what we have done first is we have initialized the number with a 0, then we have provided a condition that number, if the number is greater than 6, the loop should stop. Okay, so when the loop continues, this block of code should be executed. Okay, so here what we have done is, here we have taken the number and we have, when the loop starts, it will add the particular number to this text, and after that, after every loop, this num will be incremented by 1. Okay, and we will output the final result here in our paragraph. Okay, so these this is the while loop. So now we have our do while loop. Okay, so last we have our do while loop. So it is same as while loop. We are using our do while loop. Okay, so what, no difference is there, we'll just copy this code over here. Okay, so we'll use our do, and inside this while statement, what we are writing here is, we'll now just cut it and we'll paste inside this block of code. Okay, and now we'll remove this parenthesis over here. Okay, so that's it. Okay, just use this line of code over here. Okay, so this is the do while loop. Okay, so what we are writing inside this while loop, we are just mentioning the that condition inside the do statement, and while here it is shows us the condition. Okay, means when we want to stop the execution, when we want to stop the, like, when we want to stop the code. Okay, so here what we are doing here is we are just looping through 5 elements. Okay, so here till 5. Okay, so we are looping till 5, and after every step we are incrementing the num variable. Okay, we'll just comment this, just save, and you will see same result will come. Okay, so here you can see the same result is coming because both the things are similar. Okay, both the things are same. We are just using here the do statement. Okay, and we are not using do statement here. Okay, so the condition that we are mentioning inside the while loop, here we are mentioning inside the do statement, and only we are providing the condition over here. Okay, so that is the only difference between while and do while loop. Okay, suppose here will not increment. Okay, and let's see what is the result. So here you can see this cursor, here it is not able to render it because it, like, it provides an infinite loop. Okay, so we haven't given an end to it. Okay, so we have to provide increment by 1. Okay, so we will provide a, will suppose here we are providing an initial statement and we are providing an, here we are incrementing it. Okay, by 1. Okay, so we have not given anything, so it is just refreshing the page. Okay, so here you can see error message is coming over here. We'll just refresh it. So we are getting the, now we have changed the, we have given this, implemented this number by 1, so it is giving us the same output. Okay, suppose we'll not use this condition over here. Okay, suppose we'll empty this. Okay, Then we'll see what happens. Okay. Here we'll not use this. Okay. Sorry. Just a minute. Will not give any condition over here. Okay, let's see what happens. So it is not coming anything. Okay, so it is compulsory to increment, it is compulsory to give a condition, and it is compulsory to give a starting point. Okay, so these things are important in a do while loop. Okay, so we have completed our all the loops. Now we'll move forward to our next topic. Our next topic is data types. So we'll make another file in order to understand our data types topic, index10.js. So here we'll write our topic name, data types. So here what are the different data types? So there are kind of 7 data types. 5 data types holds values and 2 data types don't hold values. Okay. So first data type is string. Okay. Second is number. Just a minute. Comment this. Number. Sorry. Number. Third is boolean. Fourth is object. And fifth is function. So these 5 data types hold values, means it has some values. Okay, these data types has some values, but these two, the next two data types don't have any values. The next one is null and the second one is undefined. So these two data types don't contain any values. Okay, so they are empty, they don't give any values. Over here sorry these 5 data types only give values. Okay, so these are the 7 data types, and you can also use, suppose you can check how data types are checked. So we have used a type of property over there, so we'll use that type of property in order to check which data type it is. Okay, so we'll just output it. So we'll use our document dot get element by id, and we'll target our para over here dot inner html equals to. So we will first link this index file over here. Sorry, we'll just link our index10.js file. Okay, so we have linked our index10.js file. Now we will write some code in order to check which which is string, which is number, which is boolean. Okay, so here we will write some code over here. Okay, so in order to check, suppose here we will check what it is. Okay, so here we'll write a name over here. Okay, suppose Ankit over here. So we have given type of this particular Ankit. Okay, so we'll check what is the result over here. So here we'll check. So it is giving us string. So this particular here inside the quotes, when we provide quotes over here, so this is a string over here. So the type of this particular Ankit is string. Now next we will check number. Suppose type of select will select any number over here 45. Okay, so in order to differentiate it, we'll use a br tag over here, so it comes on a next line. We'll save it, and now we will see what it just a minute here. So I haven't mentioned here plus sign because in order to differentiate, so we can write like this. Okay. So here, this is the first JavaScript. Then we have a string over here. This br tag is a string. So in order to differentiate between a normal HTML and a and the JavaScript, we have to use our plus sign. Okay. So we'll use a plus sign. So we'll save it. Now I'll refresh it. So it is giving us number. Okay, over here. So we'll write it like this in order to better understand. So we will use again this convention over here. So now we'll use type of, so next is boolean over here. So we'll use type of false. So let's see what is the result. So we'll refresh. So it is coming a boolean. Okay, so either we'll change it to true, then also it will come boolean. So it is coming boolean. So either true or false, this data type of true and false is always boolean. Okay, so now we will check our object over here. Okay, so we'll follow this same convention over here. We'll write the same code over here. Now we'll check of object. Okay, so we'll write type of and we'll mention an object over here. Okay, suppose name anything Shalini. Okay, or you can also give the age of 30 24, suppose. So we are giving an object over here. So we'll check the type of this object. So obviously it will return an object over here. Okay, so here we are giving the type as like here we are giving object. Okay, so it is giving as the type as object. Okay, now we'll use, suppose we'll use another, the next line I will use type of. Okay, so I will kind of I'll use this over here. Now I will use this. So I will give an array over here. Okay, suppose array names of an array. Sorry, array names. Okay, so I will give some names over here. Ankit, Ankita. Okay, so I'm taking three names over here. Okay, Ali. Okay, so here I'm taking three names over here. So let's check the type of this array over here. Okay, let's save it and check what it is coming. So here the type of an array, it is coming as an object. Okay, so the type of an array, I've told you earlier that the data type of an array is an object. Okay, so you can see the array also comes under the data type as an object. Okay, so there are six types. Okay, six or five types, like, or six types of objects actually. Okay, so we'll differentiate it like this. Okay, so these are the types which comes under objects. First is object itself. First it is object itself. Second is date. Date means this date over here we have used in the earlier classes. Then array. Then fourth one is string over here. Okay, fifth is number, and the sixth one is boolean over here. Okay, so we'll check all of these first. So here we'll first consider check these, then we'll come to this part. Okay, so we'll check first what like here we have used our array now, and we have used our object over here. Now we'll check of this object over here, so we'll provide a date, another, suppose here, give a date over here. Okay, type of date over here. Okay, sorry, new date actually, because it is initialized with the new keyword over here. So we are giving a date over here. So we'll check what is the date data type. Okay, so we'll check what it is coming. So it is also coming as an object over here. Okay, so you can see this array over here, this object over here, and this date over here, all are coming under object data type. Okay, so these are the 6 types of objects. Okay, now we'll move to our next case over here, that is, we'll check whether it is a function or not. Okay, so we'll simply write the function syntax over here. Okay, so we'll write the syntax of the function over here. We'll check what is the data type of this function. Obviously it will come as function. Now we can also check by using the arrow syntax over here, and let's see what is the result over here. Let's save it, and so it is coming as function only. Okay, so here you can see this is the required function over here, so it is coming, the type is coming as a function. Suppose here we'll give a variable, suppose variable text, and we'll not assign anything to this variable over here. Okay, we are not assigning any value over here. So now we'll check the type of this text and see what is the result over here. Now we'll check the type of text and see what is the result. Now we'll check, so it is coming as undefined, because here we haven't assigned anything to this variable over here, so it is not assigned any value, so it is coming as, the data type is coming as undefined. So these are some of the data types that you will be using in your daily life. Okay, means in your regular practice. Okay, so these are the some of the data type that you will be using. Now we will study, will here you can see various data types are provided over here. Okay, so most commonly used are these two, this object over here and this function over here. Okay, so now we'll study how to convert numbers to strings. Okay, so here we'll provide our next topic, converting numbers to strings. So how can we convert our numbers to strings over here? So JavaScript provides us a method, that is string, which can convert the numbers to strings. Suppose here what we'll write is, we'll comment out all of this over here. We'll convert all of this here, and I will write something like 1 2 3. Okay, and we will check first the type of 1 2 3. Okay, so we'll check the type of this 1 2 3 over here. So what it is coming as, it is coming as number. Now we will pass string over here. Okay, so this string method over here inside the type of. Okay, So you can remove the type of and pass the string over here. We'll just check what is the type when we provide this string method over here. We'll check what is the data type. So now it is converted to string. Okay, so we can convert a number, we can convert the data type of number to a string by using this string method over here. Okay, you can also convert numbers to strings by using this. Suppose here what I will do is we'll use another method over here, that is toString. Okay, so we will use 123.2. Here you can see various methods are coming, so we'll use our toString method. Okay, so now we'll check what is the type of this 123. Now after providing the toString method over here, so you can see it is the same as the previous one, so it is coming as string. So like you can also provide a string method, or you can also provide the toString method. Both are equal. Okay, now we can also convert the booleans to strings. Okay, so suppose here we'll write true over here. Well, first we'll check the type of this. So first we'll check the type of this true over here. So it will come as boolean. Okay, now we will attach toString to this. Okay, to this method over here. Okay, just a minute, we'll use true dot toString over here. So we are using true dot toString. Let's check what is the result. So now it is coming as string over here. Okay, so we can convert booleans to string also. Okay, now we'll convert our dates. Okay, so we'll use here our date, new date dot to string. Let's see if it converts the dates to strings or not. So it is also converting the dates to strings. Okay, so here it can convert almost all the things: number, dates, okay, booleans. So by using this method we can convert the numbers or the dates or the booleans to string. So we have seen how we can convert the numbers to strings. Now we will see how we can convert strings to numbers. Okay, so here we'll write our next topic as converting strings to numbers. Okay, so how can we do that? We'll copy the same code over here and we'll just comment it. So we can also use the a method to strings convert strings from to numbers. Okay, so that is we can use the number method. Like here we have used a string method, we can use a number method to convert the strings to numbers. Suppose here we'll use the type of, here we'll see what is the type of this particular value. Okay, let's check what is the value of this. So it is coming as string. Okay, because I have given string over here. So now we'll check, it will be changed to number. Okay, so we are converting the strings to numbers. So here we'll give a double quotes, so it will change to string over here. So we want to convert it into a number, so we will give a number method over here, and we'll wrap this 3.4 inside that number method. And now let's check what is the result over here. So it is coming as number because we are wrapping this 3.4, this string over here, to this number method over here. Okay. Now we'll check. Suppose here what we'll do is we will not give any like anything. Suppose it will be an empty string, and let's check what is the result. Okay, what is the type? So it is coming as number over here. Okay, so this is a string, but this number converts this thing over here to this particular number. Okay, previously it is a string. By this number method we are changing the data type of the string to number. Suppose here we'll remove this type of operator. Okay, and now we'll check what is the result. So what is the result now? Because we are giving an empty string and we are providing the number method over here. So what it should give? So always like notice when we are giving something here, suppose 45, so it will provide the particular number. Okay, it will extract the number from the string and it will give that particular number over there. Suppose let's save it. So it is giving us 45 because it is extracting the number from this inside string and it converts it to number and it displays in the paragraph over there. Suppose it will where here we will remove the number and we'll give an empty value, and let's see now what is the result. So it will come as 0. So because here we haven't provided any string over here, suppose I will provide a blank space over here, and let's see what is the result now. So it will come as 0. Okay, so in case of an empty string or a space string, the this number returns a 0 value over here. Okay, now here we'll check another thing. Suppose I will give a number over here and I will put a space over here. Okay, and then I will provide another number over here. Now let's check what is the result over here. So it will come as nan. Okay, not a number because it is not a number. If we don't separate it by like this, then this particular 5667 will come as number, but here we have separated these two numbers, so it will come as not a number because it is not a number actually. Okay, so note these small kinds of mistakes. Okay, suppose here, what I will do here is, here when I will write the type of this number over here, we'll wrap inside the type of operator, we'll save it, and let's check what is the result. So it is coming as number. So here the type of this particular result is coming as number. Okay, so now we have covered almost all of these. So now we'll study about the number methods. So number provides us certain methods. Okay, so here you can see when we write, suppose just a minute, 123 dot, just a minute, type of 123 dot. So here you can see when we are putting a dot, so it gives us certain methods over here, value of to string, to precision, to fixed, to exponential. So we'll study these properties over here. Okay, so this comes under number methods. Okay, So number provides us certain methods, that is number methods. Okay. So first we'll cover our toString. Okay, so we have covered here toString. It converts numbers to strings. Now we'll move forward to our toExponential. So what it does is it returns a string with a number rounded using exponential notation. Means suppose here I will write 123 dot 567. Okay. So now we'll use what we want is we want to like so we want the result in an exponential form. Okay. So we'll use 2 exponential here, and we'll use how many digits we want after decimal. Okay. Suppose we want 2 over here. Okay. So we'll provide 2. So we are converting this number to exponential form. Okay. So here we can see it will convert that particular number. Okay, so we have to remove the type of over here. So now we can check it will convert the particular this particular number to exponential form. Okay, so here we have given 2 digits. Okay, so what it means is here after decimal only 2 digits will be provided and all the things will be converted to exponential form over here. Okay, suppose I will give here the digits are 3 but I will give 4. Okay, so what it will do is it will take 4 letters and according to that it will convert it into exponential form. Okay, so in this way we can convert. Suppose we can also change it to suppose 9 over here. Suppose I will change it to 9 and let's see what is the result over here. So it will convert it into 9 digits and convert it into exponential form like this. Okay, so here if we don't specify this number over here and let's see what is the result. So it will automatically by default it will convert it into like here how many digits we have provided 567, so it will convert like this. Okay, so it will convert, take the default case. Okay, default it will do the default roundup. Okay, the next is to fixed. Okay, we'll just copy it and we'll comment this. Now we'll use our next method, that is to fixed. Suppose we want here suppose 567 is written, so what we want is we only want 5 to be written over here. Okay, so we'll use another method, that is to fixed. Okay, here you can see to fixed method is coming over here. So here inside this to fixed we'll provide a parameter, we'll provide how many digits it should be after the decimal position. Okay, so here we'll give 2. Okay, so it will round up and fix it to 2 digits after the decimal position. Okay, so here we'll refresh, so it is coming as 123.57. Okay, so it rounds up to 2 digits after the decimal position. So here it is coming 7 because this last digit is 7. It is greater than 5. If it is less than 4, if it is less than 5, so it will come as 5 6 only. Okay, so it is greater than 5, so it is coming as 5 7. Okay, so this is the use of to fixed over here. Okay, so here suppose I will write as 6. So here we have 3 digits over here, so it will fix it to, it will, the digits after decimal position will be 6 digits. Okay, because we are giving it a 6 digit. So here you can see 6 digits are after the decimal position because we are passing the parameter in to fixed as 6. Okay. Now next is to precision. So we'll just copy and comment this out. Suppose here what we are doing is we are giving the letter giving the letters length after the decimal position. But in this to precision method, this next method, that is to precision method, what we'll do is we'll provide the whole length of this particular digits. Okay, this number. Okay, we'll provide the whole length of this particular number. Okay, suppose I will give as 5. Okay, so it will take the whole number length. Okay, so let's check. We have passed the parameter in this to precision as 5 over here. Now we'll check. So it is passing 5 digits. So it is taking the 5 digits as a number. Okay, so if we pass over here 8, so it will take the 8 digit, and it will see here you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So it is taking the whole number length. Okay, not after the only the decimal position. Okay, so this is the main difference between two fixed and two precision. It takes the character length, it takes the digit length after the decimal position, and it takes the whole length of the number. Okay, so the next method is value of. So what is the value of? What it does is it returns a number as a number. So you don't have to use it, like it is provided by JavaScript as a default method over. Okay, like we have been given this toString as a default. Okay, in our string methods. Okay, in our strings. Okay, so we don't have to convert the strings to strings. Okay, so we don't have to unnecessarily use the toString method in order to keep a string, in order to change a string to a string. Okay, so what it does is it converts a number as a number. So it is of no use actually. Okay, so I will show you just. Okay. So now here what we'll do is we'll use dot value of. So here you can see value of is coming over here. So now you can see it will return a number. Okay, that is 1 2 3 only. Okay, now we can check the type of. So we'll check the data type of this particular 1 2 3 dot value of result over here. So it will become as number over here. Okay, so it is a number, so it is converting the number to number itself. Okay, suppose we can also do the calculation over 123 plus 34. Okay, it will come as number only. If we remove the type of from here, and we'll see what is the result. So it performs calculations or not. So we'll see. So you can see inside this here it is performing calculations also, and it is also converting the number. Okay, so these are some of the number methods: to exponential, to fixed, to precision, and value of. So these are the number methods. Now we'll study about how to convert variables to numbers. Okay, so our next topic will be converting converting variables to numbers. Okay, so how can we do this? So JavaScript provides us three methods. First is number. Okay, second is parseInt, third is parsefloat. Okay, so these three methods JavaScript provides us. Okay, so how can we convert like how can we use these three functions over here. So first we will use this number over here. So here we'll copy this line of code and we'll just paste over here. And inside this we'll use this number. Okay. So we have used this number method before. So I will again use it number. Okay. So here we'll provide a boolean value. Okay. So it will give the value of boolean of that particular, suppose here I will give true. Okay, so it will give in a format of a number. Okay, it will give the value of the boolean value as a number. Okay, so let's see. So we will use, so it is coming as 1. Okay, so the boolean value in a number format of true is 1. Okay, so here if we convert it to false, now it will change it to 0. Okay, so the number format of true is 1 and false is 0 over here. Now here we can also use this. So you have seen like it will be returning us 10. Okay, so we have seen it earlier. Okay, so like this you have seen how can we use this number method over here. Now next we'll use to our parse int method. Okay, so what it does is it parses a string and returns a whole number. Okay, so I'll show you the example over here. So here I will use parse int and it returns always an integer. So I am giving a decimal value over here and we are using this parse int. Okay, so by default if it remove this parse int, so it will return us as 10.33. But when we include this, sorry, so when we use this parse int method over here, so our result will change. Okay, so what parse int is doing here is it will convert this decimal value to an integer. Integer means our integer value means it will not hold any decimal value. Okay, so that is the integer over here. Suppose we'll take another suppose another value, suppose 10, 20. So notice here I am giving a gap between these two spaces. Here I am giving an empty space between these three values. Okay, so let's check what is the result now. So it is coming as 10. Okay, so it is taking the only the first value over here. Okay, so it is converting this 10 over here. Okay, so it is here when we are writing 10.3322, so it is taking only the first value. So it is neglecting all these 10, 20. After empty string it is neglected. Okay, so if you provide an empty string, so it will be considered as a decimal over here. Okay, so it will take only the first value. Okay, so it will only take the first value, that is 10, and it will print out the desired result. Now we will use our parse float method. Okay, so what it will do here, suppose so I will use parse float over here and suppose I will use a 10. Okay, only 10. Okay, so it should return as like when I will check, suppose type of, if we don't use our parse float. Okay, now we'll check. So what it will come, it will come as string because here we have provided our double quotes over here. Okay, so now we'll use our parse float. Okay, so what it does is it parses a string and returns a number. Okay, simply a number. Okay, so here you can see it is a string. So what it will do is it will convert this particular string to a number over here. Okay, okay, so it now it is converted to number. Okay, so here we remove this type of, and now we'll check. It will return a number over here. Okay, so you can see we this particular result pass float 10 is giving us the 10 result. Okay, so what pass int is doing, it takes a, it passes a string and returns a whole number, and what pass float is doing, it passes a string and returns a number. Okay, so keep this in mind. These 2 points means it returns a whole number, the parse int returns a whole number, and parse float returns a number. Okay, so this is the main difference. So here, if we use, suppose first we'll provide a string over here. Okay, age 10. Okay, so what it will give is, here it is seeing this particular string over here. Okay, now let's check what is the result. So it will come as NaN, because here it will start from, read from this position over here, from the left position. So it will read it as string over here. So it will not able to convert to a number. Okay, so it will pass it as string and it will give NaN. Okay, means it is not a number over here because it is a string, it is not a number. Okay, so these three methods have been provided by JavaScript for converting variables to numbers. So these are all the methods that are used by numbers. We'll now we'll go to our next topic in our next lecture.